Can Peter Parker run an international company all about technology? Let's find out. Welcome to the Complete Story Series. We take trade paperbacks and single issues and we break them down into digestible bites to help you understand. Then we read it dramatically back to you. All alterations to the panels, text, and images are to prevent copyright problems, and all art is owned by its respective companies. This story takes place after Spider-Man Graveyard Shift, which is where Parker Industries crumbled down, and after Secret Wars. It takes place in the all-new, all-different Marvel, and it's the first story arc. With great power comes greater storage speed and battery life. Welcome to Webware from Parker Industries, bringing you affordable internet, clear reception, and unlimited data. Anywhere on the earth, even in my friendly neighborhood. Webware, when you are ready to master the web from your pals at Parker Industries. As you can see, things have gotten a lot better since our last adventure in which Parker Industries was destroyed. It is now a multi-billion-dollar company, and Peter Parker is the head of it, with multiple technologies and contracts in the works. Nothing can stop him now, except the villains tearing up Shanghai. Spider-Man and Mockingbird are riding the Spider-Mobile at blistering speeds down the highways, on the roofs and the walls of the tunnels. Mockingbird explains the situation, that these individuals are members of Leo Sect and they broke into the Parker Industries Shanghai branch. And now they're trying to make off with the secure servers used to house all of Parker Industries technologies. The exact servers that are linked to every global Webware account in the world. Various cars are exploding around the Spider-Mobile as the villains destroy them, but the Spider-Mobile can do whatever a spider can, and it avoids them with ease. The villains didn't expect Spider-Man to catch up, and they definitely didn't expect the Spider-Mobile to be chasing them by driving on the ceiling as the people of Shanghai cheer Spider-Man on. He waves his hands at them as he's sticking to the roof of the Spider-Mobile as it drives at its blistering speeds on the roof of the tunnel, and he shouts back at them in Mandarin. "Thank you! I love you too, Shanghai!" Mockingbird takes a moment to let that sink in. When did you learn to speak Mandarin? Spider-Mobile sprouts legs and catapults Spider-Man and Mockingbird right to the front of the Leo Sect's car, and he jumps onto their hoods. "Hey pal, gotta look at your windshields? I can make them look real nice." He then hits the car with his new Zapper web shooters, shorting out the entire car, and then he web foams the car to brace it for impact. Mockingbird then grabs the Leo Sect members and begins trying to interrogate them, but the goon cracks a poison tablet in his mouth, preparing to die for his cause. And Spider-Man shoots him with the antidote, preventing him from killing himself. Mockingbird looks back at him. Now I'm impressed. He then brings the secure drives back to Parker Industries, and we get to see his new life. He runs this organization with the help of Anna Maria, and they have multiple technologies that they've invented, and they even have a charity foundation known as the Uncle Ben Foundation. He also now has fake Spider-Man running around as him, keeping up the appearances of Spider-Man as Peter Parker can keep up the appearances of Peter Parker. The individuals are old allies of his, such as Prowler. Everything for Peter Parker is going well. That's not normal for him. He's even attending the wedding of his old mentor and one of his heroes, Max Modell. And they celebrate the wedding by presenting Max with a university named Horizon University. But as usual with the Parker luck, his spider sense goes off as Zodiac arrives, informing everyone that they are the future. Prowler runs over, suiting up as Spider-Man, while Peter Parker tries to find a way to sneak off himself, but he can't. Everyone is looking at Peter Parker, the CEO. Prowler is good, but he's not the real Spider-Man, and the Zodiac have threatened the lives of Parker's friends and family, so he gives them what they want: his watch, which is linked to the Master Webware network. He's not worried though. The entire network is encrypted, and Spider-Man now has 12 hours to find the Zodiac gang and get it back. He then turns to Sajani, one of his business partners, and the individual who caused all of the problems before. "I know it was you that teamed up with Black Cat and then Ghost, Sanjani. I pieced it all together from the security footage of our destroyed building. This is not happening again. Do you understand?" Yes. I'm glad we had this talk. The next couple of hours are hell for Peter, as his entire board of directors wants answers as to what he's going to do about the Zodiac organization. He ensures them that the watch is encrypted and he has Spider-Man on it. They shouldn't be concerned. He then leaves to go fishing. Spider-Man and Prowler track the watch to an underwater base, and using his new stealth technology, he hides behind a whale, and they sneak their way in with Prowler telling Spider-Man to shut up, no quips on a stealth mission. They pop up and drop the guards before moving deeper into the base, where they find a room of villains discussing their need to crack the encryption on this before the deadline. But as Aquarius raises her hand to declare that by the stars in the sky, and then she stops, because Spider-Man's camo has worn off behind her. That Spider-Man is some guy in the ceiling right there, isn't it? Y'all see that, right? They jump down and begin swinging. So much for stealth. The enemy team begins shooting lasers at Spider-Man, and they all just bounce off. Look out, here comes Spider-Man and his amazing spider armor. Pew pew! While they were busy though, Aquarius sent the encrypted files to every base around the world. She then presses the self-destruct button while laughing maniacally. Ha ha ha! We've won this time, Spider-Man! Spider-Man and Prowler hightail it out of the base, with Prowler asking why they aren't knocking out one of the bad guys and taking them with them. But Spider-Man explains, they knocked out some guards earlier, and they can only fit 2 other people on their ship. They can't leave them to drown. They load them up on the spider submarine and they begin to ditch the base just as it explodes. But This is all a part of Spider-Man's plan. He calls up Mockingbird and Nick Fury to inform them that it's done. Zodiac has sent the files to all of their bases with the tracer in the encryption. Spider-Man and S.H.I.E.L.D. now know the location of all of the terrorists' bases. While S.H.I.E.L.D. is trying to track down the exact locations of the bases, Peter Parker went ahead and bought the Baxter building and renamed it Parker Industries. This infuriated Johnny, also known as the Human Torch, but once Peter showed him the monument that he made for the Fantastic Four, Johnny was a lot happier. While this was happening, Zodiac broke into the secure S.H.I.E.L.D. facility where they were keeping their prisoner, and they managed to kill him. Not because he revealed any information, but because he failed the organization. S.H.I.E.L.D. then launched their plans against the organization by planning a globally coordinated attack against all of their facilities. But they quickly learned that all of the facilities that they learned about were empty. They were all just dummy facilities. They were played for fools. During all of this, Spider-Man bailed on the op to rescue Aunt May from the Goblin Gang. Things aren't as bad as they seem though, as Peter Parker explains. They may have gotten played, but they'll play these guys at their own game. And he apologizes for sending his personal bodyguard Spider-Man on a separate mission. He explains that they will use Spider-Man's facial recognition technology to track down the members of this organization. The question does come up though, how can they track a gang that they've never seen the faces of? And Nick explains to Peter Parker that they lost their prisoner. Scorpio, the head of the Zodiac, broke in and killed him. But don't tell Spider-Man, he'll be upset. Peter is taken back by this news because he really is Spider-Man, even if no one knows that. But he decides to move forward with the plan. They don't need to know their faces. They need the technology to alert them the moment that anyone in their masks show up. And it's almost as if it was timed, because that exact moment they hit the British Museum and they get the alert. Everyone runs off in the mission, but Peter asks the more important question. How did they get this alert since they haven't gotten permission to use the CCTV feeds in London yet? So Johnny and Anna Maria explain that they have no idea. Someone leaked the Parker nanotechnology into the CCTV feeds. But while Peter Parker is trying to figure out who authorized that, Johnny tells him that it probably should wait. They're gonna need Spider-Man on this mission. Then the entire team comes crashing through the museum windows, ready to fight it out. And Mockingbird goes up against the Archer while Johnny gets busy fighting against the other members of the organization. So Spider-Man runs in and corners their leader, Scorpio. But this is all a part of Scorpio's plan. He grabs the artifact and he hits the auto kill button on all of his lackeys. The poison pills in their teeth crack and they all begin to ingest poison. But Spider-Man takes that challenge. He won't let anyone die if he can help it, and he manages to hit all of the people with the antidote darts. He did it, except Scorpio got away. The battle isn't over yet though, but for right now, Spider-Man wins. He went back to his company where he traced the nanotechnology CCTV signals back, and he discovered that it was somebody from the inside of Parker Industries. Since he can't figure it out, he assumes that it was Sanjani again. She is the one who staged everything before and even caused the destruction of the original building. He offers her no options. He tells her that he'll buy her shares and she is now excused from this facility. What Peter doesn't know is that the memories and personalities of Dr. Otto Octavius have been showing up in the living brain. He also doesn't know that his largest investor is secretly Scorpio, the leader of the Zodiac organization. He also isn't aware that there is a bandaged man building a small army against Spider-Man. It looks like the all-new, all-different adventures of Spider-Man and the all-new, all-different Marvel are about to get crazy for him. And if you want to read the next issue yourself, then go check out the next issue of Amazing Spider-Man. It's issue number 6. I hope you guys enjoyed, and we'll see you next time right here.